Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial video. In this video, we will learn Claude Cowork. So if you're still using Claude Chat and you don't know anything about Claude Cowork and you are intimidated or overwhelmed with Claude Code, then this video is for you. It's a beginner level overview in which we will learn how to create artifacts, how to schedule tasks, how to create new projects, and how to use dispatch and customize. So all related to Claude Cowork. Make sure to watch the complete video. If you like the video after watching this, make sure to give a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get into the screen. So first thing which I want to show you guys with Claude Cowork is that it is not available in the browser version. So if you go to the Claude browser version, which is in claude.ai, you will not find Cowork here. You will find Claude Code, you will find Claude Design. And for both of these products, I have already created a separate video. Link will be in the description. So make sure to check those out if you want to learn about Claude Code or if you want to learn about Claude Design. But Claude Cowork is only going to work in the desktop app. Now, I already have the desktop app installed in my laptop, which is this here. You can see that we have chat, Cowork, and code option. And this video is specifically about Claude Cowork. And Claude Cowork works with the task. So if you want to automate any task, or if you want to access some files on your desktop, or if you want to change some files in your desktop, it has all of the access. So here we have the projects where you are going to create multiple projects. Let's say you want to give access to a specific folder, you will add it to this project. I have created this basic project just to show you guys how it is going to work. First, I'm gonna go over all of these navigation things to explain what every single tab actually does. Okay, here we have schedule option. So if you want to schedule any of the tasks, you can do that. Simply click on this new task button. You can chat with the Claude to brainstorm what type of task you want to schedule, or you can set it up manually by clicking on setup manually. So you'll just give your task name, let's say Slack message or Slack notification, or whatever description you want to add into the task, and then you will define that what actually you want to do. And here again, we will select the project we want to work on. Here you can decide which model you want to use. Make sure to select the appropriate one. Opus 4.7 is the most expensive one. Sonnet 4.6 is a little less cheaper as compared to the Opus 4.7, and Haiku 4.5 is the most cheapest model and the most fastest one. But again, it depends on the task which you are using it for. If you're using it for the longer task where you need more compute power, you would go with Opus 4.7. Otherwise, you would go with Haiku 4.5 if you are looking to do some basic tasks. And here we have the frequency of those scheduled tasks. If you want to schedule a task for hourly basis, or if you want to schedule a task for daily basis, weekdays, or weekly. Now, when you schedule the task, make sure that you have your laptop and the Claude Cowork desktop app open. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It is only going to run the scheduled task. It is only going to perform that scheduled task when your app is open. Okay, here we have the live artifacts option, meaning it is going to create a web app where you can basically ask it to do any web app related to the data and connectors which you have connected. I have my Slack already connected, and here you can see that I have this daily Slack Explorer artifact where it is going to show me what are the latest messages for every single Slack channel which we have and when was the last message. Next, we have dispatch option. Now, dispatch is a really cool functionality where you can directly pair your phone, and let's say your laptop is open and the Cowork app is running within your laptop and you're not in front of your screen. You can basically communicate via your phone and ask it to access your email, ask it to access your Shopify store, or perform any specific task which you want Claude Cowork to perform directly from your phone, which is awesome. And below that, we have customize. And in customize, we have skills, connectors, and then we have plugins. Now, let me give you the difference between these three things. So first, I'm gonna go to connectors. So connectors is, you can see here, it's already connected with GitHub. It's connected with my GitHub account. It's connected with my Slack. It is connected with my vidIQ for pulling up all of the details from my YouTube channel. So you can connect all of your different tools. If you click on this plus sign here, there are a lot of built-in connectors available. So here you can find it out. We have connector for Shopify. We have connector for WordPress. We have connector for pretty much everything here. Now, a skill is something where you will actually define Claude Cowork on what you want to do. So let's say if you want to build a single button in a Figma design file, you will create a new skill for that, and it will follow your specific instruction related to that. So that is called skills. And the plugin is set of multiple skills which you will be giving him. So you have multiple skills given in a plugin, and it is going to perform that multiple skills or multiple tasks. You can also say that it is a role-based persona which you will be giving to Claude Cowork. Let's say act as a designer, or act as a marketing specialist, or act as a data specialist, or act as a finance specialist. So this is called plugin. So that's the difference between skills, connectors, and plugins. Now I want to go over some of the instructions as well. So if you click on this icon where your name is showing up and click on settings, here you will find out some of the settings related to Claude itself, not just the Claude work, but the complete Claude. And here you have this Claude Cowork. You can define your global instructions here. So you just click on this edit button here, and you can basically add in any instructions like do not delete any file before confirming, right? So it is just for adding additional safeguards and adding more instructions to Claude Cowork, so it behave just like you want it to behave, right? And here we have usage, where it will show you the usage of how much you have usage left for the day. And we also have the weekly limit, and this is for the Claude design. Again, Claude design is a separate product. I have already created a video for that. Link is in the description. Claude design is for creating really high quality, cool design, which you will like if you will try Claude design. So make sure to try that out, and the complete beginner level basic tutorial is in the description. Okay, now let's understand what's the difference between Claude Chat, Claude Cowork, and Claude Code. Here we have Claude Chat. Now if I open up Claude Chat, and if I try to upload a lot of files to my chat, let's say I go to my download folder, I'm going to select multiple files, and if I try to upload it, you can see that we have this error showing up where we cannot add more than 20 attachments. In case of Claude Cowork, we do not have this limitation. When we assign this project level access, let's say I have these two projects where I have given complete access to Claude Cowork, it can create new folders, it can read all of the files, there is no limitation of 20 files, and it can do a lot of tasks which is not possible in chat. So let's say in chat you generated a PDF, it is going to give you the PDF within that session, but then you will have to download it. It is not going to save that PDF on the folder which you will define it to, and Claude Cowork can do that. Now Claude Code is basically the latest UI feature which Claude added, which was previously working in terminal. So Claude Code was for developers, and it was initially, when it was released, it was working within the terminal. So if I open up my terminal and add in command Claude, and initially it was released in this form, which was supposed to be working within the terminal or within the command prompt if you're using Windows. But then later on they released this UI version where it has all of the capabilities of Claude Code which was working in the CLI. So that's basically the UI version of Claude Code. Now Claude Code is a little bit intimidating for the non-techie users who don't really know how to use terminal, but Claude Code can actually do a lot of tasks, maybe all of the tasks which Claude Cowork can do. But Claude Cowork is very beginner friendly, and it's very UI friendly, where you'll be able to select projects, create files, all while sitting on Claude Cowork app. You don't need to go to terminal, or you don't need to understand how the GitHub works, how the version control system works. It is very user friendly and very beginner user friendly, and it is not intimidating as Claude Code. Okay, and I'm gonna play around with the projects, create new project, and show you guys some actual use cases of the Claude Cowork. So here we're gonna click on work in a project, and then click on create a new project. I'm going to click on start from a scratch. You can use an existing folder as well, but let's click on start from scratch. And I'm gonna name my project Claude Cowork Playground. And I'm going to create a new folder in my desktop. So I'm going to go to my desktop, create new folder. Again, I'm going to name it Claude Cowork Playground. And then click on create. Now I'm going to select on, and I'm going to click on open. And here, now let's click on create. Now you can add in files which will be saved in this folder, and you can add in some instructions where I'm going to add an instruction. Important, don't delete anything without my permission. So that's the most important one which you should give, because it is a reversible task. Once the file is deleted, you won't be able to recover it. Maybe it goes into the trash, but again, it's a safe check which you should add. So now I'm going to click on create. And here you can see that we have this instruction showing up. We can set up recurring task for this project, and this is the memory for this project. So if you ask any question from Claude Cowork in this project, and then you have another project, it is not going to save the session for the memory. So each playground or each project will have a different memory. Okay, and I'm gonna ask Claude Cowork to do a basic level task where I'm going to split this PDF. This is a huge PDF with like 13 pages, and I just want this Claude Cowork to split it and create a separate page for this PDF. So let's try asking Claude Cowork for that. Please split the PDF in the folder. I'm gonna hit enter and see how it works. And here you can see that it is showing the progress of the task as well. And now it found the file, and now it's asking my permission. So I'm gonna say, it's asking me how would you like to split the PDF, 1 page per file, by page ranges, or into equal halves. I'm gonna say 1 page per file, and that's it. You can see that it has split all the 13 pages and added it within the folder. So here you can see that we have these 13 pages in a separate PDF file created from Claude Cowork. Now I'm going to ask a follow-up task that please create a spreadsheet for this presentation.pdf where all of the content is showing up. Hit enter, and now it is also going to create a spreadsheet for the presentation which we have in the PDF format. You can see that it's showing the progress of the second task which we have, and these are the skills which it's using: XLSX, which is the format of the file which you're creating, and that is the PDF skill. Okay guys, you can see that our Excel spreadsheet is ready, and if I click on it, we can see it here, and we also have that in our folder, which is this file, and it has all of the content from the presentation, from the slide which we gave. So that's the slide title, that's the content, and that's the key theme and takeaway of that particular slide, right? Now we will test how it is going to work with the Chrome browser, so it can directly access the Chrome browser as well. And I'm going to show you guys how you can connect it with your Chrome browser and how you can basically prompt to do certain tasks in the Chrome browser, and it is going to do that on your behalf, just like you're doing it. Okay, so for that, we're going to click on this avatar and then click on settings, and here we have Claude in Chrome. Click on that, and here you can see that we have this ability where we will first need to install Chrome extension in order to connect Claude with our Chrome browser. So I'm going to head over to Chrome browser and search for Claude Chrome extension. And here you can see that we have this extension which we're going to install and then connect it with Claude. So let's download and enable that extension. I'm going to click on Add to Chrome to add the extension. Click on Add Extension. Okay, here you can see that it's now asking to authorize your Anthropic profile information. I'm going to click on Authorize. And here, if you click on extension, you will see that you have this Claude extension showing up in your browser, and you can basically chat from here and ask it to perform tasks on your behalf. So let's enable that. Okay, and I'm going to ask Claude extension to perform some tasks on my behalf. If you don't know, we are a Shopify agency where we have built more than 100 stores, and we are an official Shopify partner. And we hunt clients using Fiverr, Upwork, and cold emailing. There are multiple methods where we try to find client. Now I'm going to ask Claude to go to my Upwork profile and find some jobs related to Shopify theme development, which are posted recently. So let's do that. Please go to upwork.com and find jobs related to Shopify theme development which are posted recently. Okay, let's hit enter and see what it does. You can see that now it's asking for my permission, that it wants to navigate to Upwork.com on my behalf. Now I've already logged into my Upwork profile. I'm going to click on approve plan to see what it does. Now you can see that just like a human, it goes to the search and now it has searched for Shopify theme development. It should be Shopify theme development, but anyway, now it's scrolling through the Chrome browser and now it has given me the latest Shopify jobs which are posted in Upwork. Now I can do that directly in Claude Cowork as well. So if I go to Claude Cowork, I can add this command here as well, and it's going to give me the jobs, and I can also create schedule task. So if I click on schedule and I click on new task and then click on setup manually, it is going to create a routine schedule task where it is going to go to the Upwork profile, search for the relevant jobs and ping me if that job is suitable for my credentials. And then I can basically ask it to write a proposal, and then it is also going to apply on my behalf. That is possible with Claude Cowork. It can do all of that on its own. Okay guys, so we're gonna move on to the live artifacts now and show you guys how you can basically build live artifacts in Claude Cowork. Before we proceed with that, guys, please make sure to subscribe the channel and comment on the video below and let me know and let our team know how we can improve and provide more valuable content for you guys. Okay, now let's click on live artifacts and I'm gonna click on new artifact, and then here we have the option of create with Claude. Now, when you click on that, it is going to scan which tools you have already connected, and the tools which we have connected, you can see I have vidIQ, which is basically getting all of the analytics of my YouTube channel, Slack, which is directly connected, so I can directly ask anything, Claude, to bring up any of the analytics from Slack or message anyone or anything like that. Right now, it is asking me question about what type of artifacts you want to create. Now, artifact is a web app which will live inside the Cowork and keep itself updated with the fresh data. Now, what I want is an web app which will show data of my YouTube channel. So I'm going to click on this vidIQ connector. By the way, if you want me to create a separate video of how you can connect vidIQ using Claude Cowork, I'm going to create a separate video for you. Just let me know in the comments below. Okay, now if I click on vidIQ, and here you can see that it's already asking me that what type of artifact and what is the goal with your artifact which you want to create. I'm going to click on monitor performance. And here, how often do you imagine opening this artifact? That how often do you come to Cowork and you will check this analytics? I'm going to say weekly. And now it is going to create that artifact, and this is the progress which we have showing up, just like the previous task which we had. And now it's asking me that what are the important things which you want to see on that web app or artifact which you want to create in Claude Cowork. I'm going to say recent video performance, or I'm going to say a keyword opportunities. That's really important for me because most of the traffic which I'm getting from YouTube is through organic searches and through external, through Google. So that keyword opportunities is really important for me. So I'm going to click on this arrow sign and it's asking me, is it your channel? Yes, it is my own channel. So let's see what it does. Okay guys, you can see we have this web app which is supposed to be working, but it isn't working. After a few iterations, I have tried it multiple times, but it is for some reason not connecting to vidIQ MCP server. It does pulled up my keywords of the channel, Shopify tutorial, Shopify dropshipping, and it did create another daily Slack Explorer artifact. Again, it is not pulling up the data. It is the issue with the Claude Cowork. So it's not perfect, but it is creating a web app which can basically show the data. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to create a separate detailed video on artifacts. So I'm going to show you guys how you can create a workable artifact. And that's it for this video, guys. If you guys like the content on this video, do make sure to subscribe to the channel, putting up a lot of effort to create topics and to create new videos related to AI. That's it for this video. Have a great day.